past 30 days, with this channel being one of the bigger ones. And I have over 36 channels, almost at 40 now. 36 YouTube channels, like 15 Instagrams and 10 TikToks that I'm running right now. If you don't know who I am, my name is Devin Tinath, and in today's video, we're talking about how to optimize for your channel to get the most amount of views possible. Because I see a lot of you guys kind of struggling right now with optimization, and I see that your channels, like, we look at it and you're like, okay, you're uploading good content, but you don't have the settings in the back end fixed. If you don't have those settings fixed, then you're not going to be able to get views. All right, just straight up. That's how it's going to work. So I asked my Discord, I asked you guys, like, hey, does anyone have any channels that I can kind of review for you? And I had this one guy who messaged me, so I'm going to review his channel today and kind of break down everything that he's doing wrong, and hopefully this will help you guys optimize your channels as well. This is day 18 of the View Maximizing Bootcamp. If you haven't watched the other videos, go back, watch day 1, and go all the way through. I'm dropping tons of YouTube sauce, but today we're talking about optimization. Let's get into it. So the first thing I notice when I go on this channel is I go to settings, and I'm going to go to channel, right? So the first thing I see is country residence is enabled. If you guys are not in the United States and you want to target United States viewers, do not select United States. I'm going to say that again, all right? If you're not in the United States, do not select United States. Just leave it as no region, all right? Because if you do, YouTube will figure it out automatically and try to get you the right audience. If you're in the United States, you can click United States, but I'm going to be honest, sometimes it's okay to just leave this thing blank. And when you actually click on it, you can never unclick it. So if this thing is kind of marked as like select region and you haven't done anything with this, then I recommend not clicking anything, because if you don't have a region, you actually will get potentially more views, because YouTube won't target just people in the United States, it'll target people all over the world. And what do we want to do? We want to get the most reach possible. I mean, if you want to get continents of people every single month to watch your channel, then don't select a residence. If you have already, just keep it as United States. It's fine. For keywords, do not have any keywords. I see a lot of channels putting keywords and being very specific, and they're asking, why am I stuck in 30K view jail or 50K view jail? Well, I'll tell you right now. The reason why you are stuck in a certain amount of view jail is potentially because you were actually trying to target a certain amount of people. For example, let's say you were making content in the commentary animal niche. There's only a certain amount of people in the world who speak English, care about animals, and care about commentary. Let's say it's a billion people, which is a lot, but let's say it's a billion people, all right? If only a billion people care about this, then when you put these keywords, people who care about things that are not in the animal niche are not going to get that video. But here's the thing. When you're making content, you want to make it as general as possible. I was once in a call with Jimmy, Mr. Beast, and I asked him, I had the opportunity to ask him like one question. And I asked him, what tip would you give to maximize the most amount of views? And he told me, don't do a niche. Just don't pick a niche. Because when you pick a niche and you really get down and dirty in that niche, you kind of limit yourself by the amount of views you can get, right? So let's say there's only 1 billion people in the world who actually care about, and I'm saying only 1 billion because I'm getting over 1 billion right now. So if I was only targeting this, then I wouldn't be able to get the number I'm getting right now, right? But let's say there's only 1 billion people in the world who care about animal commentary, right? If only 1 billion people care about that, then that means I'm never going to be able to get over 1 billion people in a given month. This means that I'm limited by people who speak English, people who care about animals, and people who care about commentary. And usually people who are in this type of situation right now, they have this and they put like animal here and they put like commentary here, and they start putting all these different types of keywords here. And what you want to do is you don't want to have any keywords, because how YouTube works is it takes metadata from each individual platform or each individual viewer, and it'll actually push it out to a bigger audience, determining on what the metadata chooses for that video. If that didn't make sense, I'll give a more visual example so you guys can kind of get it, all right? So let's say you are a person who cares about watching YouTube videos and you like maximizing your views, you care about making money online, right? Let's say the average person watching this cares about making money online. If you care about making money online, let's say you also care about like, I don't know, mindset and psychology. This is supposed to be a head, by the way, and it's supposed to be like a brain. That's psychology. And then let's say you care about, I don't know, self-improvement, like working out in the gym, right? This is supposed to be a dumbbell. If these are the things you care about, working out, psychology, and making money online, you are in a metadata category. The viewer, you are in a metadata category of this niche. This is the metadata that is enabled for your account. So if you actually go to the homepage of your video, like right now, if you literally swipe away, or you go to the homepage, or you even go in the recommended right now of this video, you're going to see how to get views, or how to make money online, or best workout tips. I bet you $1 million that's probably what it says right now, because YouTube has determined that your metadata is this. So if this is true, when you do specific keywords for your channel, you're only going to get targeted those amounts of people. And if you're trying to view maximize and get the most amount of views, you don't want keywords because you want to get the most amount of reach. Why would you limit yourself to those videos or to those people, right? So don't put anything in this keywords because it's only going to target those people in the metadata. All right? So don't do keywords. All right, next thing. Go to feature eligibility. Advanced settings really doesn't matter. Just make sure when you're doing your audience, always select not made for kids. I don't care if you're making kids content. Always select not made for kids. The reason why is your RPMs will be boosted, you'll get more money, and then also get more reach. All right? So this is another thing I would change. So for the guy who's watching this right now, make sure you click on no, this channel is not made for kids. Because this is going to determine YouTube that you can push out to more people. All right? Also, if you leave it as you want to review every setting, that's fine, but just make sure when you're uploading, you select not made for kids. Feature eligibility. I see already that he has not enabled this, and you guys need to make sure this is enabled. Make sure you have all 3 of these settings enabled. If you don't have this enabled, you're going to be stuck in 100K view jail, which doesn't sound like, 100K view jail maybe sounds like a lot to you, but once you start getting 100K, you're going to be stuck there until you get out of this. Advanced features. So make sure you have standard features, intermediate features, and advanced features on. This is going to allow you to apply for monetization. And I'm sure if you guys are doing this, what do you want to do? You want to make money, right? So if you want to make money, then maybe enable this feature. Because I see a lot of you guys do not have this feature enabled, which is crazy to me. Because how do you expect to make money if you don't have this feature enabled? All right, that's kind of the basics for this part of optimizing your settings. Now, as for upload defaults, make sure you don't have any tags, just like we talked about earlier. Don't have any tags in your shorts. Don't have any description in your shorts. If you're making long-form content, it is way different. Tags and description is pretty important. I'm not going to lie. But for shorts, it does not matter. Why? Because the same thing applies. I'm not going to go over it again because it's pretty self-explanatory. With metadata, if you're putting description and tags inside of your video, then YouTube is going to determine that metadata is going to push those amount of people. Let's say you're making speed clips and you're doing hashtag speed, then people who aren't a regular watcher of speed won't see that video. And I bet you that if someone's not a regular watcher of speed, they're still going to watch a W speed clip because speed is just a very popular person. Just like if you do hashtag soccer or hashtag Ronaldo, everyone in the world watches Ronaldo. It doesn't matter if you watch baseball or you watch basketball or MMA. You know that everyone watches Ronaldo. If Ronaldo shows up, you're going to watch it. So do not put hashtag Ronaldo because you're going to limit yourself to the amount of people who are going to see that video. So don't put tags. Don't put descriptions, right? For your shorts, right? So for shorts, no tags. And also don't put descriptions. As for selecting visibility, I recommend you always select private before you upload. Because when you select private, then it's going to just make sure YouTube's able to process fully. I'm going to go over a couple other settings later to kind of show you guys what you need to do before you upload. All right. Advanced settings. For this, I'm going to be honest, make sure you don't select the category. If you have like entertainment or anything like that, you can just select none and it's fine. For license, you can just do standard YouTube license. For video language and all this stuff right here, you can just leave it blank, if I'm going to be honest. YouTube is getting really good at AI detection and they're going to be able to translate videos for you automatically. Like I'm betting you that some people who are watching this video right now only speak Spanish and YouTube automatically translated for me. So I've gotten some comments recently in other languages, in French and Spanish and Portuguese, and it's awesome because people who are watching these videos don't even know English, but you're able to read these captions right now. You're seeing like right over here on the side of the screen, all these captions. You're still learning. And YouTube has an AI detection where it'll actually immediately translate these things for you. So that's the settings I would have for your actual settings here. All right. Now, the next step, let's look at your actual upload. When you're uploading a video and you go to detailed, make sure you have this video quality as SD and HD. One of my students I was working with recently did not have this enabled for their SD and they were getting 0 views per video. We fixed it. We put HD on because he was uploading CapCut in the wrong quality and immediately he shot up to 30K views. Do not do this. Also, you see here that this guy, he kind of has all these hashtags here. This is not a good thing to do. I see some people doing it. We want YouTube to find it automatically for us. You see some channels getting 50 million views a month doing this, right? But that's because they're targeting basically everyone in their entire niche. And the reason why my other channel, this one right here, is getting so much views is because I don't use hashtags, I don't use descriptions, I don't use anything. Even in the title, I don't even like mention my niche. It's literally just like lol or like some caption and lol. That's it. That's what I do. So I recommend you do the same thing. Same thing over here. Don't use any tags. Also, I recommend you get vidIQ. So do you guys see this little thing right here? This applies to long form, not short form. Short form, it really doesn't matter. But for long form, if you guys are going to use vidIQ, I'm not affiliated with them at all, by the way. They're just a really awesome tool. If you guys use vidIQ, you guys are going to have this like little like caption score over here. I use vidIQ Premium, so I get like infinite amount of these. But it'll basically give you a rating of how searchable and how clickable your caption is. And like, you know, you want this to be like preferably around like 95-ish%. So here, I'll give you a great example of this right now. This is my personal channel that I always upload in, right? I upload long form videos. You can see I use hashtags, I use descriptions here, and I also use tags here as well, right? The thing is though, do you see how my title score is 96? vidIQ will give you a score over here. I don't recommend using these ones. These ones are pretty bad. But like I recommend like, you know, looking at your vidIQ title score for your long form videos and just making sure this is optimized as well. Another thing, make sure your thumbnails for long form videos are also optimized. It's pretty important. Just make sure it's high quality. Don't upload bad quality thumbnails. I see some people asking, why does my long form videos have a low click-through rate and their thumbnails are in like 180p? It's like, bro, what do you think is going to happen? All right. Anyways, I think that's pretty much it for this. I saw someone asking about related content. Should you have related videos here? No, you should not. Do not have related shorts on your video. And the reason why is because when you have related shorts, it'll decrease your attention because someone clicks on that video, it's going to immediately, you know, you'll be like halfway in, they'll click on it and it'll immediately cut your attention and you'll see big drops. So don't have related content inside your shorts. That's pretty much it for this video. I hope it was kind of helpful. I mean, I know it was pretty brief, but I went over kind of a pretty extensive amount of information, especially with metadata. This is probably the most important thing from this video, by the way, for optimization. Make sure you set up all your channel stuff correctly. If you guys have any different ideas or different opinions, like, hey, Devin, I do this and I still get like a decent amount of views. I'm telling you, if you're not getting 400 to 600 million views a month, then just listen to what I'm telling you to do because this is what you're supposed to do. All right. I understand you may be getting 50 million views a month right now from, you know, doing what you're doing with hashtags and stuff like that. I promise you, you don't need it. If you want to maximize the most amount of views possible, don't use hashtags, don't use descriptions, don't use any type of tags, nothing like that. Because what do we want? We want to get the most amount of views possible. I mean, I'm pulling 1.4 billion views a month right now. So this is the strategies I use. If you want to achieve this, I think you should probably use it too. I mean, that's what I think. Anyways, that's going to be for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys want to work with me one-on-one, click on the first link in the description. You can apply to work with me. I've gotten over like 400 applicants and I've only accepted a couple people. But if you guys apply, I'm kind of feeling a little more generous right now to work with you guys. So yeah, click here, apply to work with me. Let's see if we get something started. If you're getting 10K views, maybe you're getting 1 million views, maybe you're getting, 50 million views. I can at least 10x your views, I can take you from 50 million to maybe 500 million views over the course of a couple of your channels. If you're getting 1,000 views, maybe I can take you to 5 million views or maybe 10 million views or get you monetized. I'm pretty experienced